The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Health Department reports over 5,400 new COVID-19 cases. That brings the country's case tally to around 1.5 million, some 47,000 of which are still considered active. The virus claimed the lives of 117 more patients in the past 24 hours, pushing the death toll to more than 26,700. Now, around 1.43 million, meanwhile, have gotten better from the disease, with over 5,400 new recoveries today. The U.S. Embassy cancels business and tourist visa interview appointments scheduled until August 31st due to the continuous rise of COVID-19 cases. In a statement, the embassy said they will not charge a fee to change an appointment. The validity of the visa fee payment, or the MRV fee, will also be extended until September 30, 2022. This will allow applicants to schedule or attend a later visa interview appointment without having to pay the visa fee again. Visa applicants are also urged to continue monitoring the embassy's website for updates regarding the resumption of routine visa services. The local government of Quezon has issued temporary closure orders on 3 more bars as it ramps up its random inspection of business establishments. The bars cited were the Karma Lounge, the Route Distillery Bar in Tomas Morato, as well as a Bat Cave Music Bar along Visayas Avenue. The LGU said the bars were found either operating with an expired business permit or without an occupational permit at all. Some customers and employees were also caught violating health and safety protocols against COVID-19. Vice President Leni Robredo reiterates the need to boost COVID-19 vaccination amid the threat of the Delta variant. Robredo noted that the government needs to act faster to prevent the possibility of another surge in COVID-19 cases. Robredo warned that the country may not be able to handle surges of such magnitude as experienced by neighboring countries in Southeast Asia. Robredo suggested the distribution of the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine to hotspot areas, especially those with recorded Delta variant cases. The relatively new and effective mRNA vaccines are at the forefront in the race against the threat of new COVID-19 variants. But there is a widening gap among countries and their access to this technology. More details on this Bloomberg report.
So mRNA is a technology that before the pandemic was really not used, right? It was just in trial stages and had never been approved anywhere for anything. But of course, during the pandemic, it's emerged as top-grade COVID vaccines, proven to be most effective. Also, significantly, mRNA technology, especially now that it's proven itself in COVID, is something that's going to be of use in all sorts of other things. Cancer, flu, Zika, you name it. Other than the United States and a couple of countries in Europe, nobody else makes mRNA vaccines at the moment. It's entirely dominated by Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna, the 3 companies that have production in the US and in parts of Europe. It's not yet in China. There are some projects underway. There's a company in China that has a clinical trial that's supposed to start soon. There are efforts to develop the vaccine to get mRNA production underway in a lot of countries. The WHO and the South African government announced a plan last month to try to make South Africa a hub for mRNA vaccine production. South Korea has ambitions. Indonesia has ambitions. Malaysia, Australia, a lot of places are funding mRNA vaccine technology research. You can't just get started on this because it's such a new technology. It's hard to do. Obviously, lots of things in vaccines are the know-how is still quite limited in terms of who has the ability to do this. So in order to make that work, they need a technology partner. They need a company that's willing to share the technology with them. That's why a lot of countries are funding the research themselves, because they figure it's a national security issue. It's important to have a domestic supply base of mRNA vaccine, and they don't want to rely on anybody else. So in order to do that, they're funding it themselves. The big problem is that that takes a long time. It's not going to be something that, if you're not working with an established player, somebody who already has the technology, if you're trying to do it from scratch, it's going to take years and years.
Now, here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Davao City Mayor Sara downplayed her travels despite the city logging the most new COVID-19 cases in the country. Duterte, a potential presidential candidate, said she is dividing her time among her work as mayor, politics, and family. She added that her travels are done during filed leave of absences. Duterte also said, quote, "A decision has to be made regarding my political career with or without the pandemic." She assured Davaoeños that they can rely on their vice mayor and other city officials in her absence. Meanwhile, President Duterte inspected the new Clark International Airport in Pampanga. The 19 billion peso airport is expected to help decongest the Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Metro Manila. It is said to be able to accommodate 8 million passengers annually and has a contactless system. Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto, San Juan City Mayor Francis Zamora, and Manila Mayor Isko Moreno were also present during the inspection. And a loose grenade without a safety lever was found in a cariton in front of the Philippine STAR office in Manila this morning. Manila Police District personnel were able to detonate the hand grenade. Police Captain Ray Bundalain, a port area commander, said someone who owned the explosive likely wanted to get rid of it. Bundalain also ruled out it was a threat against the news company. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine STAR, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.